Yeah, okay, Nick. I'll let you get back to it. See you, Nick. I'll get back to work. Oh, what's that? He's gone. He ran away. Check out this old equipment here. Yeah, good day, viewers. Can you... There's that guy again. Yeah, I don't like this bloke. Look at him. Look at him. Mr. Professional. Hey, he's the night shift around here. Doesn't talk to you much. He's not very nice. Yeah, Ken here, aka Stone Toad. This is the Shelby Milk Factory. When you got your little moo cows, you can bring it down here and process all your milk and that. We used to have this in 17 and that. I love these old wagons here, the old Woodies. Hey Woody. G'day mate. How you doing, buddy? What's that? Yep. Dairy guy. Looks like 10th generation farmer. Not. Got to see him being a rep. Easy. Yeah, the girl that works here during the day, she's pretty good. She takes care of all the paperwork and stuff for me. I come in and if I don't understand something, she explains it. She's always on her feet, running around, doing stuff for me. Nick was just here before. He's obviously gone home. Knocked off. Gone. Turned around, he's gone. He was right there. Anyway. I'll turn the lights on. Speeding up time a little bit here at the moment. The other day, there's leg arms. Yeah, the other day, come onto my map and it sort of like glitched out. I don't know how it did it, but it sort of like glitched and then saved. So it dropped all. It basically dropped all my mods and that. I unticked them all basically, and then like it dropped out, and I lost. It said some sort of contact or something with PlayStation or something like that happened. And then anyway, when I came back on, all the mods were ticked off, and come onto the farm, there was only 1 or 2 buildings, and all the mods are gone. So then I had to try to put it all back on again. So in doing so, sort of said, well, let's just have a bit of a change up a bit, and so I just changed my yard around a bit. All the crops and that were still there, but that's why I'm speeding up time now, because I'm for the cause we've got straw harvest employed here at the moment. Oh, I had it on seasons to begin with. When I reset this map, like restarted this map to put it again, and one thing I didn't do was get my old mate Eddie. So we'll do that now. Well, let's do that now. Go across to here. Here. He's right to the end. Oh, there he is. Come on, Eddie. Where are we going? What are we doing? The big, see the big black shadow then? I had him over here by the glass house last time. So what we'll do is we might put Eddie in the yard for a little while. He can watch everybody come and go for a bit. Eddie was the rep for the straw harvest. Let's just zoom in and make sure that, oh, get the right button. Are you facing the right way, Eddie? Yeah, it looks like a smiley face. There he is. Get out of the car and go and have a look at Eddie. He's looking at the house. What are you looking at the house for, Eddie? Had you the wrong way around. So anyway, Eddie's going to be looking at the house for a while. He was the rep for the straw harvest. He was representing last time. What we'll do is we'll take the drone up for a fly. Zoom out. So basically, I put over here. I've got sugar cane. Oh, over here. It doesn't work when you put your torch on, does it? No. There we go. Sun's come up anyway. So I'm speeding up time a bit to try to get the crops in it to actually start growing. This is the sugar cane. See, that's lagging off a bit, isn't it? It's not on the... And we've got some strip farming here. Those brownie type strips there are actual grass, which will be growing, and then corn. So we're doing the whole corn strip farm thing. I had this stripped out, but I had one of the tractors on this. Where is it? The Beastie. Oh, too high. They can't see. There you go. This thing here, because it's direct drill, it's overshot the small little roadway between those two paddocks back there, and started ploughing it up, like seeding it. I mean, and then same as what happened down the back here, in number one. This is number one. I started off over here. It come up here. Looks like it missed a bit there actually. It worked its way over to here, and then it started running into this map where I've already painstakingly I had three cane harvesters going here to plant the cane, and it went all the way through here. It was when I actually come back, it was like cutting through this lot here. So it done all this from this line all the way through to here. It was cutting it up like doing a straight along my length. So the bottom corner wasn't touching. This corner was still going with the actual guys still doing it. I think they're up about here somewhere, still actually putting it in. And then he just come along and just wrecked it all. So then I had to put the took him off, of course. Put the cedar away in the shed here. You just drive around the back and drive straight in. So around and through. I squared up this bit here, took out the silos, got this silo system in, nice rooming and spacing there. The cow paddock, because we're going to have Brahman. There's single hay shed in the hay shed pack you get. The hay storage shed is great for putting your combines in, your headers, keeping out the weather. And of course we've got still got lights on. That's the original one from the actual game there. So of course I kept it and then went up another one. The trucks are just it's just a B double, a small B double. I'm going to replace that back trailer with the long Wilson over there in a minute and get rid of that smaller trailer. But I was going to do double again and just run them through one of these trucks. Man trucks, they go really good on them. Kept the flexi coil, as you can see. It's one from the maps, all mudded up. It's got some. I put a little fence in the front. See, sort of like, don't look like a gate there, but yeah, I put this wooden fence in, and I got a tree pack. I'm going to put some trees and that around too. I just got to get the equipment together first. I got rid of the and of course everything's gonna definitely have us home. Like I've got the quad in there, quad track. Oh, the bees are buzzing there. You hear that? There they all go. Yep, there they go, pollinating. Every farm needs bees. So we've got the square baler, the normal square baler, to pick up any of loose misfits. We've got the actual pellet machine. I've got it in auto wrap. Like I said, later on down the track when things aren't as hectic, I might just move it over to manual. I've already done a manual load in that on one of the videos. The glass houses, I'll put tomatoes in there once I get manure and that happening. Which I'm going to put a manure pit on the farm, so then I've got it, because I'm going to put manure down in between every single crop. The magnums, I've got one Puma and the rest of these magnums. They're ample enough to run those machines. I had to get the little Stara, the Stara actual seeder here, sorry, the grain bin, because when I unloaded the seed and the fertilizer from the three, no, I ended up with four sugarcane hoppers. I had all the seed pallets and that all over the place before I deleted them basically, and took, like, I had 2 on lease and had 2 that I brought outright, but I decided to sell them. Some junk around here. I was going to see if I can get some junk from. Actually, I was going to walk into the workshop with Nick in there. Is that a gold nugget down there? Oh, that's a Mercury Farm gold nugget, yeah. It is too. Look at that. I'd never noticed that before. Mercury Farms left their gold nuggets behind. Hey, I don't care. That was my last prospecting trip. Up the Sierras or something. The Rockies. Black Hills of Dakota, maybe. Yeah, so I was going to see if I can chuck some stuff, like toolboxes and stuff. You can't pick them up from out of the shed before I got rid of it. To throw it in the back of the ute. Get a ute and throw some stuff in the back of the ute. Like this is the wash bay. It's got a nice spillage in that spillage thing in that in here. The washer works, by the way, in the corner there. It's pretty old, been around, that old girl. But yeah, so no chemicals are released onto the farm as much as possible. The car shed itself, there's no other truck in it yet. Got to get a Rodeo, I was about to say heavy, a Rodeo, and put in there as just a wander around. Now, I've got the Anderson pack and everything, but I just don't use it. I don't use round bales, so I don't use that wrapper, auto wrapper. They have got the square one, but then it makes the bales shrink down too small for my liking. So this is the on-game one, the auto stacker, and I use this a lot. And as you can see, it's in the shed that I use a lot for stacking them in. And now that we can get 200 bales, apparently, so I'll be using the there's the fertilizer that was left over from the thing. I put them up there, so that was fun. I was using the tractor at first, but then I went and brought the forklift. Where's the forklift? Over the other shed. So this is the farm I'll be playing on all the time. Like I said, it's still speeding up time. It's still speeding up a bit of time on that now, to because I had to build all this again. So this is it basically. I might put that big factory that I've got, but it's a little bit too busy at the minute, so I'm not going to. There's a big red factory. I've never really used them, but the last couple of maps I put them on, there's 2 big modern factory complex type things. So this is the original Walker Farm tractor. That's up at the other yard. So I kept that because it's a fast little critter, that one. And I wanted it for, you know, when we go out the paddocks and start putting bales actually on trailers and stuff. I wanted to start doing like hands-on stuff, real life stuff. And this is the Puma. Watch out for a growl. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, I got this 2.5, not quite 2.5, 2.4 kilo weight here. 2,400 weight. and a bucket, one of the Flegel, I think it's the large one, not the extra large. I've got that to when we fill the pits, we're going to just put it in it. I've got this set up so I can just see another machine. It's on auto, of course, not manual fill, because otherwise you have to pull it out every time to put molasses and stuff in it and water. But I got the hay cradle set up, which I can easily just put this tractor on it and fold it up, keep it out of the way for when I want to bring the man truck in, which I haven't got yet. I'm going to get the little man truck again. Because as you've seen on my other previous videos, if you haven't watched them, go and watch them. If you like them, please like them. Give them a thumbs up if you think it's cool. That little bit with the strip farming and stuff like that is a bit different to other people. I've done that on Lone Oak and that on those other videos. If you want to watch those on my channel, Ken Warrett on YouTube, just go there and watch that, and you'll see that I've done strip farming and that in there. It takes a little bit to put it in, but it's worth it. And the way, and I explain how it actually, the worms and that get in there, and microorganisms and stuff, so you're not baking it off the whole soil and that all the time. So they've got somewhere to retreat, and then I put manure down, so at night they come out and munch on that, add worms casting and that sort of thing. Worm liquid all through the soil. So yeah, in case you haven't seen a Primus 5000, they've got some videos out, and I was checking them out the other day. These knives are like a yummy crunchy thing. I'm trying to go back a bit. There's a blade that goes across the top here on this run. See that little hook blade there? Sort of sit, if I'm turning around, it's heading towards the chrome thing there. So you see that sort of like that hook knife? Well, that actually cuts all the strings in that when it comes all the way across over here to the other side here. And then this little twisty roundy thing with the fingers coming down, that actually moves in, it grabs all those twines and it twines them all together, and then there's normally a bin under it, IRL in real life, and all the stuff drops off into the bin, and you keep all your baling twine and that, out of your hay. Well, those people that used to say, oh, well, you put the total mix ration into the thing and you got wrapped on it. Exactly. This is a machine that actually takes care of the baling twine, so in actual fact it's getting rid of it, so we're not actually munching it up. So that's all in the operation before it goes into the machine, and then it compresses with the where is it, up here somewhere. It keeps compressing anyway with those tracks, those fingers on the track. Keep pushing it in so it keeps the pressure onto the knives themselves to cut it up. Then it goes into the actual machine itself. When you've got it running, you've got the little finger thing underneath it, just presses it and pushes it all into the actual the pickup to put it in through the machine. Then it gets all munched up and then put through the rollers and that up here, which these push into the opposite thing to make the little pellets. Okay, and then it's all heat pressured and everything like that as well. So basically it's getting pretty sterile after they've finished the processing, which are good for like piggeries and else, like chook sheds and that for deep litter. When the chooks and that bust up all the pellets and that, it causes deep litter. It's all broken down. This machine breaks everything down. So if you're using it in applications like bedding and that, in like straw bedding and that for cows and in piggeries, and the slurry and that is 100% better because it's all rusted up already. You haven't got like long strands of stalk of straw and stuff like that. This machine does it all. That's why it's worth the big money that it's worth, the big money. Of course, money's always a thing with everybody, we all know that. But anyway, then it goes through and it goes up into, oh, it's raining outside, that's good, get that cane growing. It goes into the tumbler up there, and then goes around the spiral in the tumbler, then it goes on the conveyor. Can I go high? No, can't go back and forwards here. Goes into the tumbler, on the conveyor, sorry, and then into there, and then it's got some fans and that in there that cool everything down on that as well, because it's all heat pressured inside the machine. So there's some good videos out on it actually. I was watching it and it was a pretty sexy machine, man. the workings, the technology in that's gone into it. Gone are the old days, like we used to get the old chopper and put the chaff and that through it, and dust, and do chaff bags and stuff for horses and that, and yeah, a lot of dust, a lot of itchy, scratchy stuff, you know, covered in it, coming out of there with you know, watery eyes and stuff, and all, you know, it's just ridiculous. Everything was just coated in the dust and that. And even this machine, you know, like these machines when they run, they got that dust bloom and that, which I reckon is cool. I like that realism, because everything is dusty and that when you're working with machinery out in the paddocks. I used to, the compressed bale thing here, we used to have a machine in that at a place called Jolsey's. He used to compress hay bales, get straw bales, hay bales, and used to compress them, and then strap them, and then we used to load them onto the containers and that, and they used to go to Japan and stuff like that. So it'd be one and a half or nearly 2 bales like compressed into a solid bale, and tell you what, they were heavy. Just filling up containers, lifting them in there all the time. So that's basically what these fingers do. They compress it all. The other machine was like a ram press that did it, but and then restrapped it and that. But the old thing that we had. But yeah, this is the top machine. Yeah, so that little knife comes across, cuts all those strings. For those who say, you know, like we always saying about the total expression with the netting and that going in there, of course you cut all the netting off on that first. But before you feed anything to your cattle or whatever, bedding for anything, picking up at the locals. Yes, so I had those 2 tractors in there ready to do the shoveling and that. I was going to get the, look, no rain inside, you notice that? Oh, maybe a little spit here and there. Must have a bloody hole in the roof. Told him not to do the low hill on that corrugated iron. And we're checking out this. I checked out this machine the other day with all the safety switches and that sort of thing, and the robotic how it's the pallet picker upper puts them down. And with that little man truck too, by the way, like I was dumping in here and stuff. I tried it later on off the thing, and then you can just reverse it straight up to here, and because it's got the green doors on the back of it, it just dumps it straight into the hopper. So you don't even have to dump it in there when you're bringing in from the paddock from the first lot. To get the operation going, you can start dumping it straight into the hopper, just reverse straight into the hopper, open the green doors, and you go, you know, tip it, and away you go, straight back out again. I'll actually buy one right now, so I'll show you what I'm talking about. Just so everybody is clear and there's no misunderstanding of which one it is. It's this little grey beastie. Comes with a trailer pack when you put the packet. You have colours such as garlic for rims. You have colours such as, what would you put there for, like, see, this is just for the bin, see, so, you know, what sort of colour would you use for a bin? So it's grey. Massey Ferguson grey, baby. And of course you've got the main colour, which you can go bang. There you go. We'll just always run lizards, just normal conventional wheels and tyres. There you go. She's done up a little bit. Normally before I just did grey, and that's it. It is the top little bus. So that's that one. That's all you need for running your pellets and that too, by the way. What are we doing? I want to see if he's actually at the shop. I'm sort of like making, oh, see, it's not at the shop anymore. I have to go down the shop. We'll go down the shop. Look at that sky, man. It's getting very angry. What we'll do is go to the shop, pick it up, and it's night. Got spotties on it. See those little green doors at the back? Basically, when it's full, you just reverse straight up to the hopper, and it will fill up straight from the green doors, basically. Just load straight to the hopper, or you tip it in your pit. So I put a grain bin there before because it I don't know why I can't work out how to get the implements to fast travel back to the farm from the shop. That's why I put the grain bin right there, so I could just pull up there, fill up the grain, sugarcane, that, and do it, because I was trying to get it in and back to the way it was, because I had growth and that already on it. It was halfway through its growth stage, and already harvested the wheat and that in the other top paddocks and that, and was running pellets and that through the pellet mill on that last time. So yeah, I don't know what happened. All the mods were just gone. There was none in my mods list. Like none of the ticks were ticked on the start of the game. You can go into your save game and ask you what mods you want to put in. None of them were ticked. When it come back, and then I'll come onto the map, and there was nothing on here. Like everything was gone. That was mods, which was everything except for, I think there was one Walker Farm building that was over there. One of the houses, and that was it. Yeah. This thing here, in case you haven't seen my other videos, you just drive straight underneath the conveyor, the pipe let out basically of the machine. I'll quickly go back in here and show you. Whoop, override. Basically, you get your pellets, you come racing in here. Whoop, a little bit too sharp. So you come in here, you chuck a U-bolt, you reverse up, and you tip them in their bays. And I noticed a little bit of bleed through the other day in the walls of this thing too. So basically, you come in here, you unload, right? From this machine, you can drive. If that was out of the way, you could drive straight underneath the conveyor. See the height of the conveyor and the height of the truck. When you're actually in the paddock doing it, and it's full of pellets, you can run this little beastie straight underneath it, where the lowest point on the actual the lowest point of the actual machine here, close to the machine, where it's got those two little arms and that, it can run right next to the machine here, and it won't hit the conveyor. Might hit that plate at the back maybe, but it won't hit the conveyor at all. So it's just short enough to go drive straight under it. It will dump out automatically straight into it, and then you just chuck a U-turn from there, send the machine off, and it's, well, actually come back and drive the machine, but then you go back to the shop. You come in, as you've seen, you can just drive straight in with this. It's got a nice tight little turning circle because it's a cab over, a short wheelbase. So she's top little truck, come in, dump it off. It takes 2 loads, or one and a, not quite, because it's 5 tons basically it holds in the hopper. So it nearly takes 10. I suppose it takes about 8 ton. And then you come in and you dump it in the bay, or straight into your machine if you want the machine to start running, or you're not here to do the pellets. But yeah, that's it. She's the one. Great little machine. I used to use them a lot in 17, with the trailer on the back of it. It's a combo trailer that it's got, which you can use that as well out in the paddock, running that machine. You know, like you can fill the trailer and it up. But the only problem with the trailer, it's got a dolly wheel under it, so you can get one of the other trailers. I'll turn that off and turn the lights off. I'll show you what I mean. We'll just go to the store and we'll check out what I was saying. We can get this trailer here, which well, I can go on behind it, which has got bogies, double bogies on it, so there's no trolley wheel like at the front of that. It's got the A-frame. I'll show you the trailer that it comes with in the pack. I'll just put this lizard one in too. I thought you get John Deere colours out of it, but it's like the old Massey Ferguson trailers on 17. See that one? That one. I got a lot of lizard stuff. There's a trailer. That's the trailer that comes with it. You can choose colours, of course, which is the same basically as what the truck are. You can have a brown trailer if you want. Oh, have a look at that. Brown. Brown and black's not too bad. You got dark green. Yeah. Oh. Cool. So yeah, that's it. And you can do rims, of course. You can do rim colour, whatever colour you want. Lizard tyres or Mitchell Monokia. Yeah, they're Nokias. They've got good tread pattern on them. They're just a balloon tyre type thing. But yeah, you can tow that behind. But as you can see, it's got a dolly at the front. There's a new trailer that just come out. A grain trailer. A hay trailer. And it's got like double bogies at the front. Like it's got double fin wheels, like a normal lorry has, and then double at the front. You know, it looks pretty cool anyway. So that's it. Basically, that's the setup I'm using here in the shed. People with seasons, apparently, if you've got any straw in it around, it you do funny things to your games and that. So it's better off just using it in the game without seasons. But I'm still trying. Still hasn't grown yet, is it? Nope. No cane showing. DJ's birds again. Get out of here, birds. And he's playing. Amelia Earhart flies around here all the time. Love you, Amelia. Oh yeah, so I put this one down, and then I put the one with crane on it as well. Had all intention of doing that as soon as I saw the maps and that coming out. There's a forklift. I put it Mahindra and a bit of yellow on that for Danger Will Robinson. Don't stand there. You know, don't do this at home, kids. Got the cranes in both. I will be playing around with them later. At the moment, it's just out the way. They're just sitting in the way if it's going to be, if it's down at all. But basically, there's 3 bays. I'm not too sure about this bay. We're dumping stuff in there because I want to put the bales over here. I want to stack them all over here with that machine, that auto stacker. Come in the door, reverse in the door, come over here, start stacking them from this wall forward, and then yeah, use this area basically to drive in, turn, lift, pick, turn, out. You know, used to do that. Used to have a pallet truck on that in a warehouse, sit sideways on the bloody thing and get the pallets from up the top and bring them down and fill orders. Used to be good buzzing around that thing. When I worked for Smith's Chips, it was cool. Yeah, so the bunkers, spare bunkers for the actual pallets themselves, and a nice big warehouse. So you know, you got hay at one end, and you can start stacking all the pallets. That's what I'll probably do with this bay here, since I reckon it got pretty bad against the wall there. You can't scoop it up properly. So I'll start putting the finished products and that in here. And of course, that's why I've got the forklift. Forklift's a lot easier for me to use than a tractor, because the tractor's got too much of a variation. You lift it up and it sort of loses the angle of dangle, if you know what I mean. You got to be working 2 controls at once to keep it level and stuff. So tractors will be okay in here with scooping up stuff and dumping them in the bin, the hopper. This one here, I'm going to put got to go over and get the forks on it. There's the forks, pallet forks there, but I've got to go get the hay forks. And once I get the hay forks, then I'll be able to muck around in the other shed there and pull down bales and get another weight for the back of it. That's why I kept that little tractor. Excuse me. Yeah, I was watching Mapper's Paradise YouTube channel where they showed off Millennial Farms solo and stuff, and interactive solo, pretty cool. I'm just waiting for Stone Valley to come out. I'll get in here and turn these lights off. Thank you. That's my character. He's got a Horch hat on at the moment. I think last time I had a Star hat on. Those Star little tractors too, by the way, are pretty cool. They sound like V8s. I had a couple on map I was mucking around with the other day. And I haven't got my sprayer or anything on here at the minute. My Star sprayer. Fertilizer, does everything. So, I'll have a quick squeeze again. I love this drone. Out the shed. Ready? Take off. No, it's not working. Stupid drone. Someone should blow drones up. See, it's off center. Normally it doesn't track around behind it there. It's normally where the dot, center of the dot is the target. Yeah, so I was going to put the big shed that I've got, big red thing here. It's got a drive-through bay at the back of it. Pretty cool actually. And I was going to line up all the pallets and that in there and then fill it up with the trucks. And it's got a big garage thing in that on the front of it, where you can drive vehicles and that in and stuff. So I just put it. There we go. We're going to darkness again. So I just put one of the in-game little garages here. And I've used it a couple of times already. We've doing the maintenance on the tractors, running all this cane and that in, and ploughing these top paddocks and stuff here. It's yeah, I had to do maintenance on them. I went down to quarter of strength. Oh gee, getting a bit dark in it. But basically we've got number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 straight up the guts. So if you watched any of my videos before, you'll know that I don't get any of these paddocks on the side or the top where the logging and all the rest of that are. I don't touch any of these little paddocks up the top here, and the all this stuff. This is where the bale sale point was the other day I was looking for. What's that say? Something we can't see from here. But anyway, there's a nice little additional wash thing through here. But so you could have Walker Farm as the actual map, keep it as the original map, and there's other stuff like this. Like you got shedding down here. You got your logging plant and there for you know, doing your timber and stuff. You got this as a logging area. You got this placeable area which you can turn into something. Was this leg arms yard? No. Somewhere around here there was leg arms yard. And then on 19 now they've added like the animal. Oh, you're driving properly. Yeah, over here. So we have the wool sale point and that, and the bales and wool sale point is here. I'm pretty sure. Is it just bales or no? It's wool. No, cotton. Sorry. Yeah, cotton and bales are here. The animal dealership and that is here. Well, that would be good to have a few stagnant like yards around with some static animals in it. I keep saying stagnant, but static animals. And this one here, what? Agri cover. Must be a fertilizer place. So anywho, that's never used to have animals on 17. Over here you can sell, I'm sure you sold bales here before at the barn. It doesn't matter. This is a cool place. I like this place. It's got rabbits in the pen over here. See, I used to breed Flemish, and see these are like a Flemish giant type of thing. Prepper's Paradise. Put a couple of greenhouses here. An eco piggery or something. Put one of the Walker Farm houses here. Unless you want to keep the trailer. But you can anyway. Who's that banging? Next door. Yeah, like I said, if you haven't heard me before, this is the best map for people to do their own gameplay. Like this is Big Sky, Montana, Shelby, Montana. Big open paddocks. Big open paddocks. Like number one, you're going down, you're going around, and this is, you know, looks like nothing from up here, but when you're on the actual ground, like you saw before, I drove from the shop to the house. The house is over here. I drove down the road. I've got traffic turned off at the moment too. Where am I? There's a dam. But there's another big yard net in here. It might be a bit hard to see because it's a bit dark. But there's a massive yard net in here that you could have as your truck depot if you're playing multiplayer. I know Blue would love that. This place, it's got a couple of trailers sitting around, but you could have your trucks up in here. You run back down the road. There's two entrances into it. One comes around here into the main drag where everything is. This is another yard you can build in. This one here, this might be Leg Arms yard maybe. Trucking company. Even when you got none of Walker Farm stuff on here, you can put the workshop and that in here. Although Nick is, as we started, in the workshop here during the day. He's gone home for sleeping now. And his brother's always hanging around over here at the cafe, which he'll still be there now. Oh yeah, see. That must be their missuses, I'm sure, like these girls put on here. One in the office and the one here. Because he's always hanging around here all the time with her. If you don't know, they're twins in real life. He's Mrs. and Nick's. Nice tanker, mate. Nice tanker. So there's a cattle truck over there. This is a cool little tanker here. The rivets on it look really cool. Sort of like a rat rod truck. That looks alright, eh? But top map, I've run road trains through here before for the silo system. It's not a problem to run road trains through here. Love these big old rusty gates and that though. Yeah, you run a train up through here, no worries. And there's actually a lot of room in here for like for when you want to film it all. But now we're back into daylight again, so I'll have a quick run. So I drove up here before. You can see how long it was to drive up here. But placeables, anything you want to place on the map, like you can take everything off the map, as you can see. Everything from the farm itself, you can delete everything, all tractors, everything, big buds and stuff like that, or duplicate them 20 times. And big buds and that have not got any PDO on the back of it, but there's a mod you can get with the front like PDO adapter thing for the front of the John Deere and stuff like that. Or you can actually chuck one of those on the back of the big buds, so then you can run all your implements and that on the back of it, all the seeders and everything that you need to normally run a PDO on. And then you got like a 3-point hitch thing on the back as well, because they've only got like trailer pin. But there you go. I'll have to keep this still going in like fast forward to get this grain that going. But this is the farm. This is going to be the Let's Play farm. We might have a Where's Eddie type of thing segment as well. So every time I play on the map, I might put Eddie, who is out the front here. This is Eddie. He's got his back to us at the moment. He's not too impressed about being taken away from his glass house. But Eddie here's a scarecrow. He's the spokesman for the straw harvest. Let's go. The old straw brain. Edward, he's stuffed. He's stuffed. And he can't wait to get out every year when it's straw harvest. So that way he gets a bit of a feed, gets all fattened up again, don't you, Eddie? So Edward here will be Let's Find Eddie. It's like a Let's Find Wally type of thing. Where's Wally? So where's Eddie? So he'll be placed around the place in the farm and around the place, basically around the farm, out in the paddock maybe. Could be standing near his favourite truck over here. That's his truck. That's Eddie's truck. That's the Walker Farm truck. It was in the main yard there and that before. It's an old Chevy or GMC. Staying all mate. Looks like an old GMC, you know. Chevy or GMC. I'll have to look at it later. But it was sitting in the yard there once upon a time. It used to sit here somewhere. And it used to be, I reckon that's up the other farm there, I'll show you. It's an old sickle mower, horse-drawn sickle mower thing. That used to be in the yard there too, which was really cool. What other junk we got around here? I love farm dumps and junk piles and stuff. There's another one of those old trucks. Because you never know what you're going to come across. You know, some old truck tires there. If you're making up a wagon, there's an old Studebaker or something. Not too up on the American cars. It's a make-up car anyway, it's not a real car. Pelt conveyors, the old truck, beauty old truck. Hey, that's the old farm hack, hey? Chuck some bales out on the back. It's got some great tyres on there too. Another old bus. There's the old ute again. Got some gear in the back of that one. Actually, you can see it better there. It's a little Chevy in it. Like 40s, late 40s I suppose. One of these cool smashed up hot rod things. Rolled it, mate. She must have been a bit boggy that time. Oh, there it is, sickle mower. Now, there's the harvesters here. There it is, the old sickle mower. Horse-drawn sickle mower. That's what they used to have as a lawn ornament. I wish I could pick it up from here. Can you pick it up? Take it back and put it in the front garden as it is. Love old stuff like that. There's a few places around the place that here that have got the old ploughs and that all in the front lawn. Not done up, all rusty as usual. The old stove over there. The bathtub. Mate, that could be Eddie's bathtub. He might be up here having a bath. Getting all soggy and all. Some bulk bags. Couple of containers. And I like putting this oh no, I got rid of it. I was going to say this silo can, but I've deleted it. Oops. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistook. And I like putting these dome things on some of the maps too, because I've got them here. So on this map, for anything you want, you can place down. You can put all the Walker Farm stuff right here and make your own little Walker Farm up the top here if you want, and make your own farm back home here. So they've only got one shed here on the original map. It's the actual grain storage shed from you pour grain in from the top of the auger and store their stuff there over winter and that. Their grain that they're going to use for planting and stuff like that. But yeah, good sheds. You can put them, you know, like normally I'll put an extra couple of those sheds on the actual map and then start from there. I was going to do a Let's Play multiplayer with just Walker Farm and use their shedding and everything. Like keep Walker Farm exactly the way it is. Add some more of the blue sheds and that, like 3 or 4, to put implements and that in. Tractors and stuff like that. Store some hay and that sort of thing in instead of selling it straight away. Because basically everything you have to run off the farm here. There's a small silo system here and one up the yard I just showed you. But basically you have to run it all down the silos and sell it and make money, of course. And progress from there. As you can see, I've got $1.5 million after buying the paddocks and that and the equipment that I've got here now and all the housing that all set up and the sheds. I had that money cheated in to buy the straw harvest sheds. So basically the straw harvest thing isn't to make bulk money in that. There is several ways of doing it. If you put the little sale point on there, you can tip directly into the sale point from the truck. Make money that way. You can tip into the actual conveyor with this truck that I have here. So you can tip into the actual hopper here, which feeds the conveyor into the bagging machine. or you can dump it directly. Oh, if I can get past everything here. Okay. Or you can dump directly into here. One for straw, one for hay. Or you can get the truck and you can dump directly into the sale point. Which, did I put a sale point down yet? I don't think I have. So if you have a sale point, you can you just go straight up to that, reverse up to it. Little bag sale point, and I'll show you. For those who do not know what I am talking about, is it in here? I think it's in miscellaneous, isn't it? Yeah. Or so, oh, right there. I've got a little farm shop. That's a real cool farm shop. I want to put that somewhere. Pellet sell point. You place one of these down, which I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Have I got one? Pretty sure I haven't got one. This, so I don't own this properly. I own all this though. Don't own that. Went too far. We come back up here. Here we go. Hang on. Boom. So I'll whack it in between the two sheds here. Oh, actually, I'll take it out by the front gate. Oh, turn around. Yeah, I like this fencing I put in. Put the fencing in and make it look kind of spoopy. I might let's say, yeah, I'll put it just over here by the workshop. If it would take. No, it's not going to take. It seems to be out a bit too because it seems to be jumping around too much. There's got to be somewhere here. Here we go. Just chuck it over here. I've got to get just where I can gain access to it with the truck. There we go. Bang. And it's there. So we'll just come. Well, where's it up around here? So you come over here with the truck. Pull the pellets. There it is, straight ahead. You drive it into this point here, and you throw it down in the waypoints, like the sale point. So you're selling your bags, you know, here. You know, you got your hay, which takes more to process this. That's why it's $4 instead of $2 for straw. Straw is ready available for the barley, the oats, the wheat, and is that it? They're all the straws you can get anyway, to make straw pellets. And the hay, of course, is just you got to cut the grass and tabber it and row it and that sort of thing to make it dry. And yeah, like with the lot farming I've got across the road, the strip farming, I've got grass in between for the fact that I still want to mow some grass. There's a grass strip here. And then it's gone dark again. That'll be right. I see there's nothing growing yet. But yeah, there's. Oh, take a bag with. Yeah, so the milk, buddy. The strips in between the corn and that I've got going here, the grass strips and that. Put it all in so it's all going to be nice lush. So every time I put manure and that down, it's going to get a feed and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's the reason why I've got it, because then I can cut the grass, and then I use a, where is it? Where is it? Here. Is it one? Yeah, it's this one. This one here. We'll just use the drone again. A lot quicker with the drone, by the way. Right, was in here. Now, this one here, it's the Great Plains cedar. This Great Plains cedar, if you look at it, it's got the hatches open at the moment because I was filling up with the seed that I dumped out of those sugar cane thing, seed boxes. Anyway, it's got 2 hoppers each side. That's seed only, right? This one here will not direct sow. So this is the one you use after you put the strip farming in, right? the one over here, this one here, you look at this one here, it's got the extra hopper in the middle, which is the fertilizer, right? So it's got 2 seeds and a fertilizer. This is the direct sow one. This is the one where you do 3, or in this case I did 4 runs of, because it's lengthways up the paddock, 4 runs of corn. I'll whiz up here so you can see. I've done 4 runs of corn and then 1 of grass. That's how we put the thing out. So 4 of corn, 1 of grass. Of course, a couple of times I missed it, so it's a couple of different. So that's it. These long strips of grass go from there all the way across to over there. And when you're down the ground, looking from here to here, you get a bit of a distance, like an area. Know what area you're looking at. It looks a lot. You can tell the distance. There's a fair bit of grass now between there with just these strips, plus strips around the other place, around everywhere. So there you go. That's the reason why I put this in, because now I come along with the because the grass will grow in the middle there. So when you actually take all the crop on that off, which is going to be corn in this case, you can have any crops you want in between these strip farming. Cotton, you can have canola, you can have oilseed radish, whatever you want. You come along and you plough it straight after you harvest it. Like all the worms and that are protected by the shade and everything from the crop, the cover crop that's in there, or the actual crop that you're growing, right? Worms or the microorganisms and stuff in the soil, bacteria and stuff like that, all the good stuff that the soil needs. So when you harvest it, it goes bare as, right? You've got a crop, you've got moisture coming off of it when the cool air gets on it, it drips in the morning, you know how it goes, morning dew and stuff. Every time it rains, a lot of water's collected on the actual leaves and drops to the base, so there's lots of water in the soil. But then you take it all off. So here, where there's a bit of grass, that's where all the worms in it are hiding, in the shade, underneath the roots of the eating the soil and that around there. It's cooler from the roots and that as well. You know, the moisture's there from the actual plants collecting dew. Over here, it's as dry as the stubble it's in, you know. So it's dry. So the worms go where? Where will they go? Into where the grass is going to be. All the roots and the coverage and all the rest of that. The shade, they're not getting cooked. So that's where they go while it's bare. So you come along with manure then and spread it out. Or if you've got a crop, say like even straw or anything like that, you can like instead of rowing it, you could leave it scattered across the ground. You know, gives it more coverage. So you can also plough it in and that better. It's better for the soil and that gives it aeration and that when that breaks down. But basically that's what it is. Because the ground will be dirt like this, so all the worms that will retreat to where the grass is going to be. Or go over here to the grass. So they're going to retreat into where the grass net is with the shade and in the grass itself, not the shade of the trees there. Shade of the grass itself, the root system is cooler. So all the worms will retreat in that to their microorganisms and stuff. So if you put manure in that down at night when it's cooler and darker, the worms will all come out foraging for the poop, right? They come out there to have a feed, and while they're doing so, they're defecating in the soil, which is worm castings, which a lot of people get for their gardens and stuff, and the juices and that they extrude as well. So all that's underneath the soil. So you're conditioning the soil from underneath, basically where the seed and that's going to be, the root's going to be of your crop. So when you come through and seed it and that, of course it's going to be during the day, so they're all up into the grass net as well, so you're not murdering a whole lot of them, if you want to look at it that way. So when you put your seed and everything down, it's all in that beautiful nutrients, like the worm poo nutrients and that. It's got that extra bonus to jump up and get going. And then once the cover crop comes in, of course, once the crop starts to grow, when it's in a green state, it'll be like the grass here. So all the worms and that will start moving around freely during the day and that, because I'll have coverage and dark and coolness and that sort of thing.